Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Remember11, The Age of Infinity. And last time we had reviewed some more on Keiko. Yeah, Keiko's file. Learned some more history about her, and then Yomogi. I almost flipped my glasses off somehow. Yomogi showed some rather interesting interest in it, I guess you could say, and heavily hinted that he or somebody he knows or is related to was involved in it. So I'm definitely curious to see what that one entail. And I think if I tell him the truth, how the character actually feels, how Kokoro actually feels, he will maybe tell. He'll be, you know, on to tell what's up. What's up? Tell him what I honestly thought.
悪いことをしたと思います。あまりにもひどいことをしたと。ただ、彼女の行為は悪ですが、彼女わからないから調べてみたいと思うんです。どうしてそんなひどいことができたのか。
Hearing my answer, Yomogi replied with one phrase. That was his answer, and then he mussed my hair with his hand.
生きて帰らないとな。
はい。
さてと、火が弱まってきたな。
Can't deal with no weak fire. After standing up, he gave a big stretch. The stove's flame had lost its vigor. It needed to be replenished with firewood from the basement.
そうそう。雪道くんがボイスレコーダーに何か吹き込んでたらしいよ。君宛てのメッセージじゃないのか？もう一人の人格が何をしているのかわからないなんて DID ってのは辛いな。
Leaving his words mixed with a sigh, Yomogi descended into the
どうし
basement.
たんだろう、よもぎさん。
Yomogi's back looked a little lonely as he climbed down the ladder. Once you're in your 30s, you probably have a lot to think about. Oh, I can't just sit here. Pretty curious about what the message is. Yomogi didn't tell me anything. He's like, let's see. I see. Yeah, okay, I see. Nothing that would actually tell me what I wanted to know. Thanks, Yomogi. So let's see what Satoru wanted to tell me. Let's see if I can get less in the dark. I think I'm gonna get more in the dark, from this message. I have to listen to the message from Satoru. Did he find an answer that could help resolve this phenomenon? Groping in my pocket, I searched for a voice recorder.
Mayuzumi!
Yomogi's loud voice rang from the basement.
ちょっと手伝ってくれ!
Mayuzumi, who had curled up on the bed, made an openly reluctant face.
いいから頼むよ!
そっちの女に頼めばいいでしょ?
She glared in my direction. I panicked and stood up. It seems I should try to help Yomogi-san. Thinking that, I tried calling down to the basement, and from the stairs that led to the basement, Yomogi's head popped up. He lifted the firewood up and laid it on the floor.
もういいよ.
Looks like he managed to finish by himself.
すいません。気がつかなくて。
いいって.
Yomogi laughed gently. I feel like I made the wrong decision there. Wonderful. Regaining myself, I took out the VR. There were two new data entries. Entries? What? First, I played Data 1.
あ、俺だ。サトルだ。ユニから聞いたよ。墜落現場に行ったらしいな。俺は不器用だから。こういう時なんて言えばいいのか。ただ一つだけ、心。今、お前が生きてる意味をよく考えてほしい。亡くなった人の命を取り戻すことはできない。過ぎてしまったことはどうすることもできないんだ。でも、少なくともお前は生きている。生き残ったことには必ず意味があるはずだ。
It is pretty interesting for the lady who did the voice there, having to actually be kind of two characters. You know what I mean? The Satoru Kokoro and the regular Kokoro. It's you know, even to non-Japanese speaking ears. You know, because I speak out of my ears, so that phrase makes perfect sense. And I can tell the difference in tone and stuff like that.
俺はそう思う。だから今はただお前にできることは何なのか。
And I know that they knowing some of the anime that I've watched, yeah, some of the anime I've watched, they've had mentions where male or female, they have different words that they use. So I bet that's in there somewhere in the translate. I mean, can't put that in the translation because it's not something that would translate. I can't think of anything specific, but I remember I think it was maybe in Detective Conan. There was a case or so where that was relevant, based on how somebody said something. Maybe it's I really can't remember exactly how it is, but it's part of the sentence structure or something is different.
頭のいいお前のことだ。これだけ言えばわかるよな。心、どうか気を落とさないでくれ。
And you know, along with the tone, just that would be another indication of, hey, you're not Satoru, you're Kokoro in this body now. That'd be that would be another indication of something
お
like
前
that.
は一人ぼっちなんかじゃないんだ。俺はいつでもお前のそばにいる。直接触れ合うことはできないけど、俺とお前は一心同体みたいなものなんだから。だから俺がついてると思って安心してくれ。
That's not home. Technically, they share two bodies and two hearts. But I get the metaphor. They could say they share one really large body. That would be kind of strange too.
それじゃあな。
They don't want into there. Somehow I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm more than that happy. Satoru was worrying about me. Knowing that I went to the crash site and was feeling down, he tried to cheer me up.
お前が生きてる意味をよく考えてほしい。
That's what Satoru said. I survived. And I'm still alive now. That's why, as long as I'm still alive, I'll give my all to live. If I don't understand the reason why, continuing to play Data 2. However, why did he purposely divide the message into two parts? Once again, my voice blows out.
心、言い忘れたことがあった。聞いてくれ。多分すぐには信じてもらえないと思うけど、今心はこう思ってるんだよな。今年は2011年だって。だけどそうじゃないんだ。心のいる世界は1年後の2012年なんだよ。疑うんなら周りのやつに聞いてもらっても構わない。でもこれは厳然たる事実なんだ。受け入れてほしい。だからユニのことも。
え、なになに？僕のことがどうかした？
あ、
Dang it, Uni! Huh? It ended there. Yeah, because Uni interrupted him. I was surprised and shocked at the same time. Well, I figured it had something to do with time travel. I'm just... I'm just confused about the whole thing at the cabin. Whether or not... I mean, if the newspaper is real, then yeah, 1 year later makes a lot of sense. Because isn't that where the paper's from, a year later? They're talking about the people who are there now, so... Yeah, unless... they found the body, they were frozen or something. And they wanted to give them... They tried to delete their memories of them dying, and they wanted to let them relive the last few days and escape, possibly. The right way. What about Uni doesn't make it? Unless they cloned them. Yeah, this is... I'm sure that's not anything that's the case. I like I say, I like to throw stuff out there. The world I'm in now is the year 2012. What is he saying? He's saying it's 2012. Figure it out. Today is January 13th, 2011. New Year's Day of this year, I received a New Year's card that read Happy 2011 written on it, along with an illustration of the rabbit of the Chinese zodiac. Why he made such a simple misunderstanding? If you don't believe me, you can ask the people around you. That's what he told me.
そこまで言うなら聞いてやろうじゃないの。
Tried asking him while looking over at the three of them.
皆さん
All three focused their
つ
gazes
か
on
ぬ
me.
ことをお聞きしますが、今年は何年でしょうか？
At once, three faces shifted to an expression that seemed to say, huh?
おいおい、どうしたって言うんだいきなり。
ついに脳みそまで行かれちゃったの？
Uni
い
blinked
い
in
から答
surprise.
えて。
2011年だな。
Looked at my Izumi, who was wrapped in a blanket.
2011年よ。当たり前でしょ。
Looked at Uni.
2011年だよ。
Hmm. Yeah, that's the answer I expected from him. Hmm. Yeah, that is definitely the answer I expected from him. So they are caught up in something. They're probably on equal terms. The cabin group. Hmm. What if she'll ask that when she goes back to the Sphere? And there, I bet they'll say 2012. So yeah, what would be the most logical solution to this problem? That she's actually time traveling between the year as she transfers? Or are these people, do they time travel or do, like I said, stasis? There was a thing about, there was a tip about cryostasis before anyway, wasn't there? Can't remember what brought that up though. Kind of makes a little bit of sense. Don't think it's probable, but it does make some bit of sense if that's the case. Because if it is actually 2011 for the guys there, why would that newspaper be there? Then again, if you're going to try to make them escape for good, why would you give them something? Well, I guess so they wouldn't make the same mistake, but I would think you'd want to give a less obvious hint than, you know, a paper from the past, but from the future, from the past. You know what I'm saying? I was satisfied with the answer. Yes, this answer is very satisfactory to me. This proved that the year was 2011. As I thought, Satoru must have misunderstood something. I don't know how the misunderstanding occurred, but that should clear it up. I went to the basement to record my message. The three of them wordlessly stared at me in blank amazement. Yeah, Satoru-san, he forgot what year it was. I was wanting to clear it up for him, you know. I'm supposed to be the sane personality in this bunch. He's supposed to be kind of okay, but you know, he's a little crazy in the head. You know, I'm the sane personality in this brain. Now, there's this guy named Edgar. Stay away from him. That would be pretty crazy. I took the VR out of my pocket.
心です。メッセージ聞きました。どうして今年が2012年だなんて言うの？今年は2011年だよ。勘違いなんてあなたらしくない。ちょっと休んだら？みんなにも聞いてみたけど、今年は2011年だって言ってた。繰り返すけど、今年は絶対2011年だよ。
I paused the recording, and after thinking for a while, I pressed the record button once again.
腕時計外すのやめてよね。腕時計は腕にはめるから腕時計って言うんだから。
Having finally told him about the thing which had been bothering me for a long time, I felt a bit satisfied. A smile naturally followed. Returning to the first floor, the three upstairs were eyeing me from a distance. They had huddled together, whispering to each other. Perhaps my behavior was too suspicious for them to overlook. But thinking to myself that this wouldn't be the first time, I became defiant. Because of my personality exchange with Satoru, those watching from around us probably think my speech and conduct quite suspicious. Yeah. Kinda saying that sometimes there's a dude that inhabits your body. And not in the way that a lot of people would think that would be the case. Nothing will come of it, even if I try to smooth things over now. In order to conserve my strength, I lay down, pulling a blanket over my head as I did. Because nap time fixes everything. I was about to say I expected to be zapped back from the nap. I opened my eyes and all of a sudden it had become dark outside. Seems I slept for longer than I thought. Everyone was staying quietly in their own locations as well. Looks like nothing out of the ordinary happened. It may have been because of my peace of mind, but drowsiness overcame me once again. As I began to doze off. Okay. No sleep for the weary. How's this Fia? I was in the living room, sprawled out on the sofa.
ラジオ
Uni, who was sitting right beside me, got up and returned to his room with light steps. Then, as if trading places with him, Utsumi came out of her room. She walked over toward the kitchen. A moment later, I could hear the sound of water running. I turned my head to look, and Utsumi was washing the dishes. But Tori wasn't around. She might be sleeping in her room.
内海さん、
何？
Utsumi answered without
今
turning her
年っ
head.
て何年でしたっけ？
Utsumi came to a sudden halt. She slowly turned in my direction.
ええ、そうですけど。
そう。冬川さんもなの。
For some reason, her laugh seemed odd. I wonder
つ
what's
いさ
wrong.
っきもね、ユキド君に同じことを聞かれたのよ。
サトルが？それで今年は何年なんですか
？2012年。
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Just have to wonder exactly what it is. If it's, I'm not throwing the most outrageous ideas out there, Could say that aliens are making the world spin faster on one side, you know, like they're cutting the world in half and like at the like up and down, and they're like spinning this one faster, and this one they're spinning this way. It's making time go all crazy. I could throw that possibility out there, but I haven't been doing that. Cryostasis thing kind of growing on me a little bit. That idea. Of course, the whole thing about Uni possibly being a clone of Satoru. Probably not the case then. So I don't know where all this stuff is related at. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards now. I'm sure I will come up with more theories and I'll be leaning towards those. It's a constant circle of I don't know what's going on. Big old circle of confusion. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. She's going to be very confused at the beginning of the next episode, but we will give her her distance to try to figure stuff out. And I do hope you folks enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Farewell there.